How to speak English fluently. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you are watching this video, I know one thing about you. You really want to speak English fluently and confidently. But let me ask you an honest question. How many times have you tried to learn English by memorizing long grammar rules, vocabulary lists, or translating every sentence in your mind? And when it's time to speak, your mind just goes blank. Am I right? Don't worry, you are not alone. Millions of English learners face this exact same problem every single day. They know the words, but they cannot form sentences quickly. Why does this happen? Because learning English through traditional methods makes your brain work like a translator, not a speaker. Today, in this podcast episode, we are going to talk about the most powerful, proven, and natural secret to natural English fluency: the power of reading every day. We will also discuss what graded readers are and how they can change your English journey forever. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, and let's dive in. Why traditional learning fails versus power of reading. Let's start by understanding how our brain learns a language. When you were a child, did you learn your mother tongue by studying grammar books first? No. You absorbed the language by listening and observing context. When you read every day, you give your brain natural language input. Reading isn't just about understanding words on a page, it is about training your brain to think in English. Here are 3 major things that happen when you make reading a daily habit. First, grammar becomes natural. When you read correct English sentences again and again, your brain automatically remembers sentence structures. You won't have to think, should I use past tense here or present perfect? You will just know what sounds right because you have seen it hundreds of times while reading. Second, vocabulary in context. Have you ever tried to memorize 10 new English words a day from a dictionary? What happens after 3 days? You forget almost all of them. But when you read a story, you learn words inside a situation. When you see a word used in a meaningful story, your brain stores it in long-term memory. Third, speed and fluency. The biggest enemy of fluency is internal translation, thinking in your native language first, then translating to English. Reading breaks this habit. When you read continuously, your mind starts processing English directly. What is a graded reader and why you must use it? Now you might be thinking, okay, I want to read, but whenever I open an English newspaper or a complex novel like Harry Potter, there are too many difficult words. I get frustrated and quit. And that brings us to the most important part of today's topic: graded readers. What is a graded reader? A graded reader is a book specially written or adapted for language learners. The stories are modified according to different difficulty levels, from absolute beginner, A1 level, to advanced, C1 level. For example, if you are a beginner, a level 1 graded reader will use simple sentences, easy grammar, and a limited set of common vocabulary, maybe 300 to 500 core words. As you move up to level 2 or level 3, the stories become longer and the vocabulary expands naturally. Why are graded readers so powerful for fluency? Because of a concept called comprehensible input. To improve your English, You should read content where you understand about 80 to 90% of the text easily. The remaining 10% should be new words. If you understand 90% of a page, reading feels easy and enjoyable. You don't need to open a dictionary every 10 seconds. You can guess the meaning of new words from the context of the story. This builds immense confidence and keeps you motivated to read every day. Step-by-step daily reading strategy for maximum fluency. So, how can you practice this daily? Let me give you a simple 15-minute daily action plan that you can start today. Step 1. Choose the right level. 1 minute. Pick a graded reader story that matches your current English level. If you have to look up more than 3 words on a single page, the book is too hard. Choose an easier level. Step 2. Read out loud. 5 minutes. Don't just read silently with your eyes, read the sentences out loud in a clear voice. This trains your mouth muscles, tongue, and pronunciation to get comfortable with English sounds. Step 3. Listen and shadow. 5 minutes. Most graded readers come with audiobooks or audio files. Listen to the audio while reading the text. Try to copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and pauses of the speaker. This technique is called shadowing, and it drastically improves your listening and accent. Step 4. Summarize in your own words. 4 minutes. After finishing a short chapter or a few pages, close the book. Ask yourself, what happened in the story? Try to speak 4 or 5 simple sentences out loud, summarizing what you just read. For example, the story was about a young boy named David. He wanted to find a hidden treasure. He met a friend, and together they went to an old castle. This final step transforms passive reading into active speaking practice. Inspirational short story. To show you how simple and beautiful graded reader stories are, let me share a short 1-minute story with you right now. Listen carefully. Once upon a time, in a small, quiet village, there lived a young man named David. David dreamed of moving to a big city to work in a global company. However, he was very shy and couldn't speak English confidently. Every day after work, David spent 20 minutes reading simple storybooks under a large oak tree. At first, he read very slowly. Sometimes he made mistakes, but he didn't give up. Months passed. David noticed something amazing. He stopped translating in his head. When tourists visited his village, David spoke to them without fear. His words flowed naturally because his brain was full of sentences he had read over and over again. Eventually, David got his dream job. When people asked him his secret, he smiled and said, "I didn't study rules, I just read simple stories every day." Notice how simple that story was, yet it contained past tense grammar, rich emotions, and useful vocabulary, all without feeling overwhelming. Consistency is the true key to success. You don't need to read for 3 hours a day. Just 15 minutes of daily focused reading using graded readers will completely transform your English fluency in 30 to 60 days. Start today. Tell me in the comments below, what is your favorite book, or how many minutes will you read today? I would love to read your comments. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more powerful English learning podcasts and daily practice guides. Keep reading, keep practicing, and keep growing. See you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day.